Jeremy? respect for this game, and they're not doing their job, so you get zero respect for me. And the way the tenor comes up, and he was like, I'm not supposed to call the police on this. You do whatever you want. You do whatever's put in your job. I will deal with the rest. And he's like, I'm not going to. But watching, so I'm doing a good job of it. Again, I will do it. I'm a grown up. You're just a kid. I do what I need to do. And like,
Here we go. Orangeville Flyers versus TNT Tornadoes. Nickel in for the face-off. Nickel wins it back to Savory, plays it up the left wing. To the Tornadoes blue line, they'll send it back in to the Flyers territory. Lunny to Nickel. Lost that at center ice. Gower gains the blue line. Tornadoes chip it right back out. Back up the right side by the Tornadoes. Gower at the blue line. Both teams struggling to gain any sort of territory and hold on to it. Tornadoes down the right side in over the blue line. Lets that shot drift wide of the net. Sloan to Lunny. Lunny off the right wing. He'll get that to center ice. Tornadoes circle through the neutral zone in over the Flyers blue line. Steered wide by Savory. Quick shot from a steep angle. Granter, kicks that out to the far corner. Outlet pass up the center ice. Tornadoes back in over the Flyers right side. Steered behind the net to the near corner. Sloan tries to chip it up the wing. Comes to Savory on the far side. Savory off the boards to the blue line. The Tornadoes keep it in. Back to Sloan. He'll send it around the near wing for Lunny. Lunny picks it up on the right side. Stick check. Gains the zone for a second. Tornadoes changing. Clear it back to the Flyers blue line. O'Shea up the left wing. That'll go into the Tornadoes zone. Icing waved off. Andrade pressuring. Telford tries to pick it off. Back to Andrade. To Way. Tripped up. Tornadoes in over the left wing. Cuts across to the middle. Passed over. Shot. Missed wide. O'Shea. That's to Kelly on the far wing. Kelly. Outlet pass intended for Andrade. He missed it. Or couldn't get a hold of it. Tornadoes back in their own end. Tornadoes up the left side. Passed across the middle. Out of his reach. Goes to the far corner. Tornadoes center it. Way broken up by Way. Gets the puck to Telford. Telford to the blue line, but not out. Andrade gets a piece of it and sends it to center ice. Tornadoes off the wing to the blue line. Way fires that up the center. DeCamillis off the bench, chips it into the far corner. Telford to DeCamillis. His shot off the pad goes to the far wing. Tornadoes down the right side and over the Flyers blue line to the near corner. Jeffrey Stedman picks it up off the wing to Felix at the half boards. Just let that go to the blue line. Tornadoes with possession deep in front of the Flyers goal. Kelly stripped it, gets to the blue line, but not out. Tornadoes in deep, centering pass. Right to Felix, he picks that off. Under pressure, Tornadoes play it back into the far corner. Felix behind the net to the near side. Jeffrey Stedman shovels it, intended for DeCamillis, doesn't get there. Tornadoes misfire. DeCamillis off the wing. picks it up at center ice, gets it in over the blue line. Tornadoes right back up to center ice. 6.5 to go in the first period. Tornadoes in deep. Felix in the corner gets bumped. Akey picks up the loose puck, plays it off the backboards to the far half boards. Hunter strips it up the left wing, strips there by the Tornadoes, in over the blue line. Shot, bad save by Granter. Loose puck, cleared behind the net. Nickel, he gets tied up. And the Flyers are going to the power play. Fired to the blue line. Hunter got a piece of it, but touched there by the Tornadoes for the whistle. Just under 6 minutes to go in the first period. The Flyers go to the power play. Tornadoes penalty, 2 minutes for hooking. And Drady in for the power play, or face-off. And Drady wins that to Sloan at the point. Sloan fires, locked in front. Sloan on the rebound, lets another one go in front. Cleared out to center ice by the Tornadoes. Savory back to pick it up, sends it across to Sloan. Sloan up to Telford, gets the blue line under pressure, gets the puck into the near corner. Tornadoes behind their net. Up the right side with speed. Savory back, and Drady with a good back check to break up the rush. Puck comes to Sloan. He'll feed Telford on the right side. But the blue line just stopped there. Tornadoes send the puck deep in the Flyers' territory. Savory back to pick it up. Savory. Hunter on the far wing, or Kelly, sorry, on the left side. Kelly gets the blue line, lets a shot go. That hit a Tornadoes defenseman. Go clear to the blue line, but not out. Puck settles down behind the Tornadoes net. Flyers come up with it. Cleared to the blue line, just over Way's glove. That'll come all the way down into the Flyers' territory. Savory back to pick it up, sends it around the far wing. Way picks it up with the blue line, pokes it out over to center ice. Way winds up, lets one go. That missed about 6 inches wide. Gower in the near corner. To Nickel. To O'Shea, who chips it just back in deep. Fired harder on the boards. That hops over Way's stick and down into the Flyers' territory. O'Shea gets there first, hits the brakes and sends it to the far blue line for Gower. Gower steps around one. Gower stick check. Tornadoes in over the left wing. Broken up by Nickel. Nickel in the near corner. Plays it behind the net to the far half boards. Gower let that go away. Intercepts it, keeps the puck out of the Flyers' territory. Back to even strength. Nickel in just offside. 3:53 to go in the first period. Akey in to take the face-off. Tornadoes win that one. They'll play it down the near wing. Icing waved off. Felix tying up his man. Lets that puck go behind the net off the back post. Jeffrey Stedman to Felix. He'll send it to the right side for DeCamillis. DeCamillis passed up to Hunter down the left side onto the far corner. Tornadoes played around the near wing. Felix pinching. Gets it back in deep. Into his feet. Tornadoes get a piece of it, and they'll send that down the ice. Wide of the net. Icing not happening. Jeffrey Stedman turns and fires it up the right side. Out over the blue line. Picked up by the Tornadoes. Hunter almost picked that pass off. TNT back in their own end. Played up to the middle. Felix lifts the stick. No icing. Again, Jeffrey Stedman in the far corner. Plays it behind the net to Felix in the near side. Felix steps around one, cuts up through the middle. Felix down the right side in over the blue line. Felix going for a centering pass intended for DeCamillis. He had a stick lifted. Puck comes to the blue line, kept in by Akey. Akey fires it behind the net. Hunter bumps his man, gets the puck to the near corner for Akey. To the blue line for Felix with the shot. That was stopped just wide. And Tornadoes are going back to the box for interference. The TNT penalty, 2 minutes for interference. 2:24 to go in the first period. Andrade in for the faceoff. Wins that into the referee's feet. Kelly on the loose puck. Backhand. That hit a body. Telford with the rebound. Shoots. Held there for the whistle by the Tornadoes goalie. Andrade back in for the faceoff. That's that to Kelly. Back to Andrade, spinning at the half boards. Turns and fires. That one was blocked by the Tornadoes. Played to the blue line. Savory to the corner. Savory pinching. Keeps it. Chips up to Kelly through center ice. Kelly in over the left side. He gets bumped off it. Tornadoes on the puck behind their goal. Loose puck. Kelly comes up with it in the corner. Tries to play it back. O'Shea with a quick shot. That was deflected to the far corner. Tornadoes down the wing. Behind the net to the far corner. Way back to collect it. Way on it. In the corner. Plays up the far wing to the blue line, but not out. Shot. That missed wide. Rebound goes all the way to the far blue line. Tornadoes with possession in deep. 1 minute to go in the period. Way finally gets a hold of it. Off the glass to the blue line. Gower boxed out. Nickel steps in. Back to Gower. Laid across to Lunny. Lunny with 40 seconds to go in the period. In over the blue line down the right side. Lunny got a bit of a hook shot. Loose puck sits there. Flyers couldn't get the tap in. Garanter up to the face-off circle. Plays that to O'Shea. Back to even strength. O'Shea. Long lead pass for Nickel. He was tied up. Gets the puck over the blue line. Tornadoes strip it there. Tornadoes cuts through center ice. Gower intercepts it. Tornadoes backing over the Flyers blue line. Play it across. O'Shea with some good D. Loose puck sits there. Way clears it out. Puck sits in the middle. And that'll do it for the first period. Here we go to start the second period. Felix to Jeffrey Stedman. He'll play it up the right side, or left side rather. Hunter just gets stripped of it. TNT play it back the other direction. Tornadoes chip it to the far corner. Hops over a stick. DeCamillis on the loose puck. Plays it to the blue line for Akey. Akey down the right side and over the Tornadoes blue line. Hits the brakes in the corner. Tornadoes on them. Centering pass. All three Flyers forwards down behind the goal line. Tornadoes up through center. Lifted in over the Flyers blue line to the near corner. Jeffrey Stedman back to pick it up. Sends it behind the net to the far side. Tornadoes in front. Good back check by the Flyers defense. We'll get it up the right side, or left side rather, to the blue line. Held there. Shot off the side of Granter's arm. Trickles harmlessly to the corner. Felix up to DeCamillis at the far half boards. DeCamillis spinning. Akey steps in. Catches an edge. DeCamillis on the loose puck. Cross ice for Hunter. He picks that up at center ice. Down over the right side of the blue line. Hunter centering attempt. Off a body. DeCamillis couldn't bury it. He gets pushed into the net. Tornadoes fire that up through center ice. That's all the way down into the Flyers territory for icing. 13:31 to go in the second period. Andrade in for the faceoff. One play, Kelly gets that one into Telford. Telford in front, scores! Flyers goal scored by number 29, Callum Telford. Assisted by number 16, Nathan Andrade, and number 86, Levi Kelly. Time of the goal, 13:24 to go in the second period. Andrade in for the faceoff. Wins that back, played up the left wing to the near corner is Kelly. Tornadoes on it, misplayed. Kelly stabs that forward to Telford. Puck comes out the side of the net. Tornadoes carried along the far half boards. Sloan from the point. Lets a shot go on target. Tornadoes clear that back to the point. Sloan again, shot. That was deflected to the far corner. Back to Sloan to Telford. Lets one go on net. And that one's held by the goaltender for the whistle. Nickel in for the face-off for the Flyers. One back by the Tornadoes. They play it off the glass. Bit of a funny hop. Goes to the far half boards. To the point. Way comes in with it. Lets it go through traffic. Missed just wide of the net. Tornadoes pick up the loose puck down the left side. To center. Stopped there by Lunny. Nickel picks up the loose puck and brings it back in over the blue line to Gower. Gower fires just wide of the net. Tornadoes on the rebound. Kept there by Gower to the blue line. Held there by Way. Tornadoes play it out the left side. O'Shea cuts across, keeps it at center ice, and backhands it into the zone. Tornadoes cleared out. Lunny flips it in over the defense. Off a skate, trickles to the far corner. Lunny pressuring. Tornadoes behind the net to the near side. Passed across to the left wing. Tornadoes down the left side and over the Flyers' blue line to the corner. Stopped there by Lunny. Nickel pressuring. Tornadoes are from the blue line. Shot. And they score to even it up. Tie game. 11:47 to go in the second period. Akey steps in to take the face-off. Akey wins it back to the Flyers' blue line. Tornadoes on it. They'll chip it to the far corner. Jeffrey Stedman. He gets bumped, but gets the puck to the corner. Tornadoes on it. Played behind the Flyers' goal. Back to the corner. They'll walk out front. Played to the point. Shot through traffic. Loose puck. Tipped in front, and they scored. Andrade on the face-off. Jeffrey Stedman in over the Flyers' blue line. Tries to send it off the wing. Hit the linesman. Kelly to Andrade. Tornadoes on it. They'll cut to the far corner. Andrade fired it hard around behind the net to the near side. Kelly up through center for Telford and over the blue line. Telford steps around the defense. Telford backhand, he scores! Flyers goal is second in the game. Number 29, Callum Telford. Ties is up at 2. 10:52 to go in the second period. And Trady back in for the faceoff. Tornadoes win it, bring it in over the Flyers' blue line. Cuts a front shot, saved by Granter, and he'll hold that for the whistle. Trady in for another faceoff. Gets that to Kelly. Kelly cuts through center ice. In over the blue line. Stick check right at the last minute. Tornadoes pick up the loose puck. Cut through center. In over the Flyers' blue line. And Telford with a good stick sends that puck to center ice. Tornadoes back in over the Flyers' blue line down the right side. Shot through traffic. That missed wide out the far corner. Telford pressuring with Andrade. Andrade strips it. Spinning. Sends it across for Savory. Savory up the left side. Chipped past the linesman. Tornadoes pick it up the center. Telford battling. Telford picks up the loose puck. Back in over the blue line. Telford to the far wing. Stripped there. Andrade gets a piece of it to the blue line. Kept there. Andrade across to Telford at the near face-off circle. Shot. That one missed wide. Lunny pressuring. Back to Sloan. He gets a shot off. Tipped in front. Tornadoes settle it down. Gower pressuring. Played up the near side. Lunny backhands. Touches it. And the Flyers are going to the penalty box for interference. For 97, Caden Nickel. At 9:31 to go in the second period. Well, Flyers penalty kill line comes out. Gower in for the faceoff. Tornadoes win it. Lunny almost broke free. Shot. Granter with a kick save. Puck settles down in the near corner. Played back to the point. Lots of traffic in front. Shot was blocked in front by the Tornadoes' head. Gower down the right side. Lunny chips it across to the far corner. Peels back off. Tornadoes out over the blue line up the left side. In over the Flyers' blue line to the far corner. Right back to the point. Shot through traffic. Gloved by Granter for the save. 1:25 to go on the Flyers penalty. Just under 9 minutes to go on the period. Lunny steps in to take the faceoff. Lunny wins it. Tornadoes back to the blue line. They'll play it to the far point. Shot through traffic. That one missed wide. Rebound comes all the way to the near point. Lunny pressuring. Gower with a stick. Just held in by the Tornadoes. Jeffrey Stedman got a piece of it. He'll send it down the wing. Lunny wins the foot race. Gets it in the far corner. Lunny behind the net. Lunny circling at the top of the zone. Lets a shot go on target. Held for the whistle. .47 seconds to go on the penalty. Hunter stepping in for the faceoff. One back by the Tornadoes. They'll play it behind the net to the far corner. To the blue line. Sloan pinching. Keeps it in. DeCamillis pressuring. Tornadoes send it hard down the left or right side. Cleared out. Hunter grabs it in the neutral ice. Back to Sloan. He'll send it down the left or right side for DeCamillis. DeCamillis to the corner. In deep. Gets tied up. Tornadoes pick up the loose puck and they'll bring it out of their zone down the right side. Dumped in from the neutral zone. Savory back to collect it. He'll send it to Hunter at the half boards. Hunter back to Savory out front. Savory clears it to the corner to the half boards. Nichols out of the penalty box, shot by the Tornadoes, saved by Granter. That was a very, very delayed whistle. And we're back to 5-on-5. 7:21 to go in the period. Andretti in for the faceoff, won that back way, pressuring. Puck's behind the Flyers' goal. Granter, keep an eye out front, shot. Granter came across and got a piece of that one. Cleared to the blue line, but not out. Way bumps his man in the corner, chips it up to center ice. Kelly gets it for Telford. Telford in over the blue line, centers it. Out front, shot blocked in front by Kelly. Tornadoes back to their blue line, up through center. Andretti pressuring Way with a good stick, breaks up the rush. Tornadoes with the shot, missed wide. Rebound off the side of the net. O'Shea and Way battling behind the Flyers goal. O'Shea to Kelly at the half boards. Kelly's pass across for Telford was picked off. Andretti, he chips that to the far wing. O'Shea bumps his man. Puck goes down to the far corner. Way around to the near half boards. Somehow gets away with that one. Lead pass to Telford. Just gets stripped of it as he was about to leave the zone. Tornadoes back in their own end. Right up through neutral ice and over the Flyers blue line. How is that not offside? Tornadoes in the far corner. O'Shea comes in, strips the puck. Tornadoes from the point, shot. That was missed wide. Played around behind the net to the near half boards. And the Flyers are going to the penalty box for that one. Flyers penalty number 86, Levi Kelly. Two minutes for tripping. Gower on the face-off. Tornadoes pick it up. Played it out front. Loose puck in the blue paint. Picked up by Gower. He'll clear that down the ice. All the way into the Tornadoes' end. Tornado goaltender just missed it. Gower on the forecheck. Tornadoes up through center. Dropped it there at their blue line. They'll continue down the left wing. And over the Flyers blue line. Cuts to the middle, shot. Missed wide. Rebound goes to the near half boards. Shot from the front. Saved by Granter. Rebound. He kicks that to the outside. Felix turns and fires to the blue line, but not out. Tornadoes back in deep. Jeffrey Stedman plays it to the far corner. Lunny clears the zone. Tornadoes back at their blue line. Just runs out of, just overskated the puck. Does get a piece of it, chips it to the near side. Tornadoes behind the Flyers net. Jam play out front, shot. Granter somehow kept his pads down. Lunny gets tangled up. Felix picks up the loose puck, brings it down the right side. Felix in over the blue line. He's alone, gets a shot off. Kick to the near wing. Nickel on it in the corner. 40 seconds to go in the Flyers penalty. Nickel ties it up in the near boards. Puck settles down behind the Tornadoes net. Nickel pressuring, keeps the puck in. Got him at the knees, no tripping. Nickel doing a good job killing off this penalty, gets bumped in the boards. Tornadoes come off with it. 18 seconds to go on the penalty. Tornadoes down the left side, dropped it there at center. They'll cut back to the right side, broken up there by Lunny. Tornadoes in over the right wing. To the corner. Savory keeping his man on the outside. Centering attempt, back to 5-on-5 as Kelly's out of the penalty box. Puck comes to the near faceoff circle, shot. Granter makes the save. Felix to Kelly. Kelly up the center, gives that to Lunny down the right, left side. Lunny Centers it for Kelly. Shot! Somehow kept it out. Savory fires that puck into the far corner. It's the Flyers cleared. Tornadoes down the left side. DeCamillis takes on the man. He catches an elbow in the teeth. And the Tornadoes are going back to the penalty box. 4 minutes. 4 minutes for head contact. With 3 minutes to go in the second period. Flyers with a big advantage here. Akey stepping in for the face-off. About half a dozen mouth guards out on the ice. Akey steps in to take the draw. One to the near corner by the Tornadoes. Played back to the point. Savory with a shot. Tipped and scores! Savory with a point shot. Puts it in the top corner. So the Flyers regain that lead. 3-2. 6 seconds into the first penalty. The Flyers still with the man advantage for another 2 minutes or less. Found the owner of one of the mouth guards, Mr. Nickel. Does the victory lap to pick it up from his goal. Akey off the face-off, picked up by Hunter. Hunter down the right side, cuts to the outside. Hunter centers it just out of Akey's reach. Akey at the far half boards, picks it up. Plays it off the boards behind under Hunter's stick to the near corner. DeCamillis stops it there at the half boards. Tornadoes spinning. DeCamillis gets it in deep for Hunter. Hunter takes it behind the net out the far side. Centering pass off of DeCamillis' skate. DeCamillis gets bumped from the boards. Clear to the blue line and out. Cherry picker from the Tornadoes in over the Flyers' blue line. Cuts across to the far side. Couldn't get the shot off. Good check by Sloan. Sloan gets the puck to Akey. Now they're sending him to the box. A lot 4-on-4 for a minute 14. With 2:08 to go in the period. Andretti in for the face-off deep in the Flyers territory. Tornadoes were resetting their position. They wave out their face-off man. Andretti wins it back to Way. Way lifts it down the wing. That's rolling, unfortunately. Had good weight. Just over the blue line, or the icing line. Andretti back in for the face-off. Andretti kicks it up to his stick. Gets it out over the blue line for Telford. Just stopped at the center ice. O'Shea backing him up. Gets the puck just rolled in over the Tornadoes' blue line. They'll play that up the right or left side. O'Shea across to Andretti. Andretti intended for Telford. And offside. Minute 30 to go in the period. Andrade steps in to take the face-off. Andrade wins it to the far side. Felix chips it into the half boards. Tornadoes send that out. Tried to send it out. Puts in Jeffrey Stedman from outside the zone. Dumps it behind the goal line. Flyers are offside. Tornadoes down the left wing. Cutting back to the middle. In over the Flyers blue line. Shot. Granter with the save. .13 seconds to go in the TNT penalty. And the Flyers go to the penalty kill. Gower steps in to take the face-off for the Flyers. Gower wins it. Kelly couldn't clear the zone. Tornadoes play to the near corner. Jeffrey Stedman throws it behind the net to Felix. Felix lead pass for Gower. Gower down the left side, the right side rather. In over the blue line, gets a shot off, steered to the near corner. Gower pressuring Tornadoes. Quick played behind the net to the far side. Flyers shorthanded for 30 seconds or less. Tornadoes down the left side, cutting back towards the middle. Out front shot. Somehow that did not go in. Cleared to the blue line. Tornadoes step around one, cut into the far corner. Out front shot. That was over the net. Rebound out the far side, off the post. Fired. Finally, they scored. Granter couldn't do much on that one. He made a few good saves. Tied back up at 3 with 16 and a half seconds to go in the period. Nickel in the face, on for the face-off. Tornadoes kick it forward and over the blue line. Stopped there by Savory. He clears the zone. Tornadoes chip it back in behind the Flyers net. Sloan picks it up in the far corner. That'll do it for the second period. Finish that one tied at 3 apiece. Okay, here we go to start the third period. Tied at 3 apiece. Nickel in for the face-off. Tornadoes win that forward in over the right side of the Flyers zone. Cutting back to the middle under pressure. Gower broke that up. Shot blocker saved by Granter. Cleared up out of the way. Gower to Lunny. Lunny down the right side. He'll get center ice. In over the blue line. Takes it to the corner. Lunny cuts out front. Shot. Oh, into the glove. And held for the whistle. Nickel with a golden opportunity there. Just couldn't put it past the glove. Nickel in to take the face-off. By the Tornadoes, Gower with a quick shot. That was deflected wide to the far corner. Gower off the wing to Savory at the blue line. Savory winds up, lets the shot go. Tip just wide of the net. Lunny on it. Tries to send it to the blue line. That hops past Sloan. Savory on the back check. Plays it back to the blue line. Kept in by the Tornadoes. Nickel crashing in at the net. Gower just runs over his man. Ooh, almost a trip there. Gower stayed up on his feet. Gets the blue line down the left wing. Strip there. Money backing him up. Sends it to the far corner. Money pressuring. Tornadoes played around the near wing. Held there by O'Shea, pinching in. He gets it back behind the Tornadoes net. Tornadoes played up through the middle. DeCamillis, fresh off the bench. In offside. Lunny got pinned in the zone. Akey steps in to take the face-off. Tornadoes win that one back. DeCamillis and Akey pressuring. Tornadoes lifted up through center ice. O'Shea at the blue line sends that just over the bench. Face-off comes deep in the Flyers' territory. Akey in to take it. Akey wins it clean to Hunter. Hunter picks it up behind his net. Out the far side of the blue line, but not out. Tornadoes played back in behind the goal. O'Shea sends it to the far corner. Hunter to Way through the middle. Tornadoes with the puck shot. Granter with the save. Kick to the near corner. And Flyers get the penalty, number 44, Oliver Akey. 2 minutes for slashing. 13 minutes to go in this third period. DeCamillis steps in to take the faceoff. Millis wins it. Gets it to Way, turns, clears the zone. Hunter and DeCamillis pressuring. Tornadoes pick it up at center ice. Hunter chasing his man back into the Tornado zone. They'll play it up the left side to the near corner. Tornadoes from a steep angle. That one wide to the far blue line. Kept in by the Tornadoes. Their front shot. Loose puck behind the net. O'Shea with some good defense, gets the puck to the far blue line, but not out. Hunter pressuring. Picks the wrong side of it. Way pokes at it. Holds it behind the Flyers' net. DeCamillis steps in, trying to poke at it. Gets a piece around the near wing to the blue line. Misfired. DeCamillis picks it up. Down through center ice. DeCamillis is on alone. Shoots. Bad save. Rebound goes to the far corner. DeCamillis is on it. Hunter keeping his distance, letting DeCamillis kill this penalty off. 1 minute to go. Tornadoes hard around the far wing. Way read that one, picks it up, chips it in over the blue line. Flyers are in offside. Tornadoes down the left wing, struggling with it a little bit. Does clear the zone. Right to Hunter. Hunter in over the blue line. Lets the shot go. On target rebound. Flyers were changing. There's nobody in the attack. 30 seconds to go on the penalty. Cleared up to the Flyers blue line. Jeffrey Stedman intercepts it. Lifts it in over the Tornadoes blue line. They'll pick it up and bring it right up through the middle. Misplayed. And Drady on his back foot had to hit the brakes to turn around. Jeffrey Stedman in the corner. Off the wing. Keeps it on the outside. Back to Jeffrey Stedman. He's got a couple minutes. Plays it in behind the net to the near side. Tornadoes couldn't get by Felix. Felix, lead pass for Akey out of the box. Akey down the left side to the corner. He gets tripped up. No call. Tornadoes play that up to center. Jeffrey Stedman to Felix. Jeffrey Stedman does a good job getting back. Turns and fires it to the point, but kept in. Shot through traffic. Granter kicks out to the near wing. Felix off the glass at the half boards. Couldn't get it out. Telford Sends that up to center ice for Kelly to Nickel. Nickel through traffic to the corner. He gets tripped up. Tornadoes bring it back the other way. Down the left side, Sloan at the blue line. Tornadoes coming in. Shot over the shoulder and in. .10:04 to go in the third period. .4-3 game. Nickel in for the faceoff. One back by the Tornadoes. Out over the blue line. Gower pressuring. Tornadoes off the glass. Savory up the wing to Gower to Nickel. Gower couldn't get a clean swipe at it. Lunny picks it up. Off the Tornadoes forward. A little bit sloppy here, getting things going. Gower back to Savory, across to Sloan. Sloan up the right side for Lunny. Lunny gets the blue line and sends it in, but not very deep. Puck's cleared back to center ice. Nickel to Savory to Gower up the left side. Oh, Lord, can't get out of the neutral ice. Savory shovels it in over the Tornadoes' blue line. Both teams start their change. Tornadoes down the left side, in over the blue line. Lunny with a good swipe at it. Off the side of the net, Sloan to Lunny on his back foot. Lunny steps around one, takes it up through center ice. Lunny in over the blue line, tries to cut to the outside, runs out of room. He gets dumped. No call. Tornadoes back down through the middle. Stopped there by O'Shea. Gower sends it to Way in the far point, or far half boards. His clearing shot doesn't make it out. Gower clears it up to center ice. Things are getting a little bit chippy. Tipped in over the Flyers' blue line down the right side. O'Shea picks it up, hits the brakes in the corner and carries on. Gets the puck to the half board. Shot. Blocked by Way. That goes to Andrade, who takes it down the right wing. Andrade cutting to the outside. Still has it in the near corner. Stops at the half boards. Back to O'Shea. O'Shea's shot hit a stick and goes up and out of play. .8:05 to go in the third period. Akey in for the faceoff. Loose puck. Akey gets that behind the Tornadoes' net. They'll play it off the glass to the blue line. Jeffrey Stedman keeps it in. Gets it to Hunter in the corner. Hunter battling behind the net. Out the near side. Just gets stripped of it. Tornadoes down the left side. In over the Flyers' blue line. Behind the net. Tries to play it out front. Off the backside. Felix to DeCamillis. DeCamillis across for Hunter. Hunter down the left side. In over the blue line. He gets hauled down. Swipes at it. DeCamillis. Tornadoes chip it down to the far corner. Picked up by Felix. Felix off the wing for DeCamillis. DeCamillis cutting back through center ice. Shovels it over. Hunter across, intended for DeCamillis. Just out of his reach. Flyers get the puck in deep. He gets pinned. Puck settles down behind the Tornadoes' goal. Hunter chips it to the far corner. To the blue line. Felix couldn't quite hold it. Tornadoes pick that up. Bring it through center and over the Flyers' blue line. Shot from out front. Kept wide by Granter. Andrade. He gets bumped off of it. Loose puck goes to the far half boards. Kelly for Telford just behind him. Tornadoes chip that over the boards and out of play. .6:39 to go in the period. Andrade in for the faceoff. One back by the Tornadoes. We'll play that off of Kelly's skate to the far wing. Flyers pressuring, still with the puck in the zone. Kelly chips it down to far half boards. Telford stripped it for a second off the wing. Savory fires, doesn't wake it to the net. Tornadoes clear that up through center ice. Savory picks it up at the blue line. The left side for Kelly. Shovels it over, picked off by the Tornadoes. Sloan to Savory, or sorry, to Hunter? Kelly. Kelly in over the blue line, just offside. Nickel in for the face-off. Just outside the Tornadoes' blue line. Nickel wins it. Gower plays it back to Savory. Savory up to Gower down the left side. Steps around one. Gower to Nickel. Comes to Sloan. Just got beat. Tornadoes up through center. Savory got a piece of it. Tornadoes in over the blue line. Shot. Granter with the save. Flyers changing the D. Nickel in to take the face off. Nickel wins it back to the near corner. Tornadoes tried to play it out front, cleared out of the way. Tornadoes still with possession, throw it out front again. Nickel grabs the loose puck. Lead pass for Gower through center. Gower in over the left wing, chips it to the far corner. Lunny picks it up on the near side, gives that to Nickel. Nickel walks off the boards, he gets bumped. I guess that's okay. Flyers play that behind the net. Tornadoes to the blue line. Way stops his man. Nickel waiting for his team to clear. Tornadoes chip it down the left side. Lunny with a good back check picks it up behind the net. Off the wing to the blue line, but not out. O'Shea back to Lunny. He'll clear the zone. Tornadoes diving for it at center, backing over the Flyers' blue line. Shot through traffic, and they scored. .441 to go in the third period. Flyers with a little bit of work to do. Akey on the face-off. Wins it back, but the Tornadoes pick it up. Tornadoes to the far corner of the Flyers' territory. Played up to the face-off circle. Felix spinning. Granter plays it to the near wing. Felix tries to send it across through traffic. That hit a body. Felix. Jeffrey Stedman back to Felix. Now the lead pass gets past Hunter's stick in over the Tornadoes' zone. They'll clear that. Felix picks it up, chips it off the right side down to the corner. Tornadoes hard around the wing. Comes out front. Akey got a piece of it for a brief second. Tornadoes play that out. Get the center ice and chip it into the Flyers' territory. That'll roll behind the net to the far corner. Jeffrey Stedman behind his back to the near side for Felix. Felix picks it up, steps around the forecheck. Lead pass for Hunter. He brings that over the left wing. Not quite enough on it. Tornadoes intercept it. And up the right side. Felix again at center. Play it across to Jeffrey Stedman. Backhand to Hunter. Hunter in over the left wing, shoots. Loose puck. Telford was there, but not quite quick enough. 3:23 to go in the third period. Andrade in for the face-off. Andrade won it. Again, Tornadoes to the blue line. Savory kept it in. Tornadoes through the center, chipped it down the left side, and over the Flyers' blue line to the near corner. Sloan battling. Tornadoes played out front to the blue line. Passed across. Picked off almost by Kelly. Tornadoes. Shot from a steep angle. Sloan clears that up. To Kelly. Kelly cuts back through the middle. And just lost the handle. In over the blue line. Andrade holds the zone. Takes it to the far corner. Tornadoes off the wing to the half boards. Chipped in front, loose puck, shot! Kelly scores! Flyers goal scored by number 86, Levi Kelly. 2:40 to go in the third period. Flyers back within one. Nickel in for the face-off. It's that to Way. Way ships it past the Tornadoes defenseman. Icing's waved off. Lunny pressuring. Tornadoes play behind the net to the far side. Gower lifts a stick, lets a shot go. Bad missed wide. Rebound goes to the far corner. Or sorry, the near corner. Tornadoes up through center. In over the Flyers blue line. They'll swipe at it. Goes to the far side. Nickel on the loose puck. Up to Gower. Gower steps around one and clears the zone. Way. Down the left wing, in over the Tornadoes blue line. Passed across, just out of Gower's reach. Tornadoes back in over the Flyers blue line. Shot. Over the net. He goes into the boards hard. Pucks to the far point. O'Shea blocks that dump in. O'Shea takes that out of the zone himself up through center. In over the blue line. O'Shea lets the shot go. On target and held for the whistle. 1:42 to go in the period. Flyers with a face-off deep in the Tornadoes' end. Akey in for the face-off. Won that clean. Back to O'Shea. He'll play it across. Way couldn't hold the blue line. Under pressure. Way back in over the left wing. Offside. Face-off just outside the TNT zone. Andrade in to take it. Wins it. Telford gets the blue line for a second. Telford back in. Granter out of the net for that extra attacker. Tornadoes with the puck in the far corner. Hunter to Way at the blue line. Winds up, lets a shot go through traffic. That was blocked in front. Tornadoes play it up the right side. Way slows him down. Loose puck. Tornadoes still with it. Get it in just over the Flyers blue line. Lunny to Telford down the right side. Telford up the middle for Andrade. Andrade in over the blue line. Runs out of room. Tornadoes lift that back to center ice. Jeffrey Stedman with a good break up. Tornadoes get a hold of the puck and dump it into the open net. 51 seconds to go in the third period. Nickel in for the face-off. One forward. Tornadoes lift it to the right side. In over the Flyers blue line. Jeffrey Stedman keeps his man on the outside. Tornadoes with the puck in deep. Thrown out front. Loose puck. Off the boot. And in the net. 35.5 seconds to go. Akey in to take the face-off for the Flyers. Akey wins it. DeCamillis to Felix, to Jeffrey Stedman. Back to Felix. Felix across for Hunter. Just couldn't get a hold of it. Akey picks up the loose puck in over the left wing. Shovels it to the far corner. Hunter. Off the wing to Jeffrey Stedman at the point. He winds up, lets a shot go. It's just wide. DeCamillis pressuring. He gets dumped at the half boards. Going to get a little rough here. Hunter in the far corner. Picks it up at the half boards. Runs over his man. That'll do it for the game.